How are we, lads? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Nick from Australia, and welcome to the NRL Round 12 tips for the 2024 NRL season. Welcome to Indigenous Round, one of the great rounds of the NRL season. It's always a good one. I love Indigenous Round. You've got the great jerseys that they produce every year that are fantastic for everyone to buy, and it's just a great round. Magic Round just happened as well. Magic Round was fantastic. So looking forward to Indigenous Round. And the first thing that I want to say just quickly, this Friday is my birthday, and I am heading up to Townsville for the very first time this weekend. So really looking forward to getting up to Townsville to cheer on my North Queensland Cowboys. Obviously, we host the West Tigers. Hopefully, getting back-to-back wins there. So, yes, there will be a match day vlog. I will be in Townsville for the Cowboys-Tigers game. Go you good Cowboys. Looking forward to that. We'll get to that game in just a little bit. But, of course, if you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to like the stream. Subscribe to the channel. Would really appreciate that. And thank you very much to everyone for watching. As always, hello to the live chat. We've got a crowd building up here, which is good. Good to see. Hello to Luke Melbourne Storm fan. He says, happy birthday for Friday. Thank you very much. Hello to Liam, SS Storm fan. Hello to Hosea. Hope you're well, bro. Jim the Chooks fan. CJ. Tom Mitchell as well. Says, go to the Sharks. Big game for them this weekend. But, yeah. Hello to the chat. Hello to everyone that's watching. If you're watching it as a live stream, thank you for being here with me live on YouTube. If you're watching it back as a video, thank you very much for watching the video. I really appreciate it. All right. Without further ado, let's get into the NRL Round 12 tips. Welcome to Indigenous Round. And it all begins on Thursday night. Let me just say as well, I reckon there's about 6 games this weekend where I genuinely don't know who to pick. It's a tough round to tip. Anyway, Thursday night footy. It begins with an old rivalry that goes back quite a long way. It is the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs up against the St. George Illawarra Dragons. This game is on Thursday night at Accor Stadium. And having a look at the odds, the Bulldogs are the favourites at $1.60. The Dragons are at $2.40. 7:50 p.m. kickoff on Thursday night. Not sure what kind of crowd they're going to get for this game. I'm hoping they get 12,000 at least. So, big game this one. Bulldogs obviously were beaten last week by the Raiders. Bulldogs probably should have won that game, but they let it slip. And the Dragons, well, they had a bye, but they beat Souths the previous week at Cogra in a game that they weren't really troubled too much. This is a tough game to call, man, because Dragons don't have the greatest record at Accor Stadium. They really don't. So it's a tough game to call. Bulldogs did beat the Dragons last year at the Gong, and the Dragons beat them the previous one before that at Belmore, which I was at. So really hard game to call here, man. Just having a look at the two sides. Hard to split them. I don't think there'll be much in this, but it's considered an upset on the odds. I'm going to go the Dragons in this one. Absolutely no confidence in this tip whatsoever. It's a real 50-50 game to start the round. I'm going to take the Dragons by 6. Dragons to win. 24 points to 18. First try scorer. I'm going to go a bit of a bold call here. I'm going to go Kyle Flanagan as the first try scorer. Kyle Flanagan did play for the Bulldogs last year. I'm just going to say he scores the first try because why the hell not? It's a tough game to call. It could go either way, but I'm going to take the Dragons at $2.40. Dragons 1-12. Dragons by 6. Kyle Flanagan as first try scorer. We will see what happens. Moving on to Friday night, and obviously, guys, I will be at this game in Townsville. Very, very excited. My first time at Queensland Country Bank Stadium. It is my North Queensland Cowboys up against the West Tigers. The Cowboys are $1.25. The West Tigers are at $4. Cowboys had a very tough win over the Rabbitohs. Souths were a tough opponent, man. I know Souths have been going bad, but they showed up for Magic Round. It was a tough game, and we got it done, which was very important. And the Tigers, well, I've lost 7 in a row. The only thing that worries me about this game is the Tigers have lost 7 in a row, and they are due for a win. But you look at the Tigers team, they've lost their centers. Naden and Olam are out. They got that Fatape kid. Oh, no, they don't. They got Declan Casey in the centers with that Josh Fletty. Tigers team is extremely, not great. Not great. I think Alex 12. Oh, no. Tigers team is all over the place. Obviously, I'm going to tip the Cowboys to win. We got to win. We got to win. I do consider this a small rivalry. You go back to a couple of games over the years from the Cowboys and the Tigers. There's been some big clashes over the years, man. I think we'll win. I expect us to win. Cowboys to win. 34 points to 18. I think we'll get it done. 34-18. So, a solid 16-point win here. First try scorer, again, a bit like the Bulldogs and Dragons. I'm going to go a bit of a bold one here. First try scorer, I'm going to go with Ruben Cotter. Not many people are going to go with that, but I'm going to go Ruben Cotter as the first try scorer. Cowboys to beat the Tigers. I will be there. Really looking forward to it. Hoping that we can get it done. So, come on, you Cowboys. Let's hope that we get this game, get it done over the weekend. All right, guys. Moving on to the other game on Friday night. It is the Manly Warringah Seagulls up against the Melbourne Storm. And my apologies, I do see that I'm a bit blurry at the moment, so don't mind that. I'm just trying to get through this. Reception's a bit how you going at the moment. There we go. It's clear now. Friday night, 8 o'clock from Brookvale Oval down there in Sydney. It is the Manly Warringah Seagulls up against the Melbourne Storm. Really big game, this one. Rivalry game. Melbourne go in as favourites at $1.65. Manly, $2.25 for Manly. Not a bad price. Now, Manly welcome back Jason Saab, which is a really big inclusion. Everything else seems to be the same. Nathan Brown on the bench as well for Manly. Really big in there. And for Melbourne, no Munster. So, Tyrone Wishart will go to 5/8. And they'll leave Grant Anderson on the bench. Tough game to call, man. Manly Melbourne, 8 o'clock Friday night. Let me just say this. If Jerome Hughes wasn't named, I was prepared to tip Manly 13+. I was. Last time Melbourne played without their halves, I really struggled to score points against Newcastle. So, I'm going to take Manly. I think Manly will win this game. I really do. They've been putting in some effort, especially last week against Brisbane. They look like they're going to get flogged, but they showed some fight. I'm going to take Manly by 8. I think the Seagulls can win. I'm going to go Manly Seagulls by 8. I'm going to go 26 points to 18. First try scorer for this game, I'm going to go with Hamoli Olakawatu. Manly by 8. Manly will beat the Storm, but we'll see what happens. Moving on to Super Saturday. And the first game is at 3 o'clock in the afternoon in Canberra. It is the Canberra Raiders versus Sydney Roosters, the 2019 Grand Final rematch. You know, every time Canberra play the Roosters, Canberra get up for it. They really don't like the Roosters. Oh, of course we got a troll in the chat. Of course we do. See you later, bud. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Just typical. That's all it is. Not going to get into it. Raiders, Roosters, Saturday, 3 o'clock. Raiders always get up for this. Like, Canberra consider it a rivalry. Roosters probably don't, but We'll see what happens. Roosters 130, Raiders at 380. Not bad value for Canberra at home. Tough game to call this one. Look, it's a danger game for the Roosters, and I think most Roosters fans will agree. But I'm expecting the Roosters to win this game. It won't be easy. I don't like Radley in the back row. I hope they put Egan Butcher there. It's going to be a close game. I'm going to go to the Sydney Roosters by 8 points. I think the Roosters will win by, I'll say, 24 points to 16. Will be a close game. First try scorer, though, I think Canberra might score first. So I'm going to go Matt Tomoko to score the first try in this game. Roosters by 8. Tomoko first try. Danger game for the Roosters, but I think they'll get it done in a tight one. Moving on to Saturday, 5:30. Game of the round. What a game this is going to be, man. Saturday, 5:30. From a sold-out Shark Park in Cronulla. Cronulla Sharks versus Penrith Panthers. Sharks are first on the ladder. Panthers are third. Cronulla are the favourites at $1.70. Penrith at $2.20. What a game. What a game this is going to be. I'm really looking forward to this. Cronulla, I don't believe they have any changes. Penrith have got a couple. Dane Laurie comes in for Tyrone Peachy. I think that's it, actually. No other changes. I'm actually surprised that Jack Cole kept his spot at 5'8". Thought he was really poor last week. So thought they might have put Peachy there or they might have put in Laurie there. But they're going to go with Jack Cole again. It's a tough game to call. If the Sharks win this, that means they have beaten Melbourne, Roosters, Penrith 3 weeks straight, the top sides. It's going to be interesting. I don't really want to go against Cronulla at home, but I'm going to tip the Panthers. The reason I'm tipping the Panthers is because I don't think they're going to lose 2 in a row. Now, they could, and I wouldn't be surprised. It's going to be close. I'm going to go Penrith by 2. Not with any real confidence. I think it's going to be a really tight game. Panthers by 2. I'll go 20 points to 18. And first try scorer, I'm going to go the Sharks to score first. I'm going to go Sione Katoa on the right wing to score the first try. Panthers by 2. Should be a really, really high-quality game. Game of the round. Moving on to a Saturday night snooze fest. Might as well go to bed early for this one. This won't be a great game. But you never know. It could be surprising. Saturday night, 7:35 from Accor Stadium. The Rabbitohs versus the Eels. South Sydney versus Parramatta. Both teams are $1.90 each. Even money bet. Now, South's got a couple of changes, man. Cheekham in the centres. White in the 6. Walker to 7. Keon Kalamatangi to lock. Host the back row. Duncan on the bench. Surely Isaac Thompson would come into the centres for Cheekham. Surely. As for Parramatta, well, Brad Arthur's been sacked. They got Trent Barrett coaching for the rest of the season, which I don't think's a good thing. I don't really like the Parramatta team either. I don't like what they've done with it. I'm going to be crazy here. I don't know if I should do this, but I'm going to tip Souths. I'm actually going to tip Souths. No confidence at all. I could be completely wrong about this tip. I'm going to tip the South Sydney Rabbitohs to beat the Parramatta Eels by 6. Probably be a high-scoring game because both teams have got shit defense. South Sydney to win 26 points to 20. First try scorer could be anybody in this game. I'm going to go Alex Johnson on the wing to score the first try. I'm not confident at all. If Parramatta win, I won't be shocked. Still no Moses, still no Govison. Souths looked all right last week. I think they can win this game at home. Souths by 6. No real confidence, but Rabbitohs to win that. All right, moving on to Sunday footy. Sunday afternoon, the early time slot, 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock in Brisbane. Apparently it's going to be nice and sunny up there for this one. The Broncos versus the Titans. Another small rivalry game, you could call it. Broncos, $1.20. The Gold Coast at $4.50. Broncos, welcome back, Reece Walsh. Stags is out because of he got some broken ribs. Everything else seems to be the same for Brisbane. Mozart drops out, obviously, for Smoothie. Because Walters is back at 9. And for the Gold Coast, well, what do you say about the Gold Coast? How do you work them out, man? I got Tony Francis on debut. Foreigners in the reserves, maybe a chance of playing. Yeah, I got no idea what the Titans are doing with their team, but I think the Broncos will win this game. I think they'll win it pretty comfortably. Titans will probably show up for 20 minutes, maybe give them a little bit of a scare, but you got to remember the Gold Coast did go up to Brisbane last year as underdogs, and they did win, and it was a Sunday 2 o'clock game. I think it was around this time last year where they did beat Brisbane up there, but I don't think Lightning's going to strike twice. I think the Broncos will get it done. Broncos to win. I'll go 32 points to 12. 20-point win for Brisbane. First try scorer, I'll go with Selwyn Cobbo. I think Cobbo's been playing really well. So Cobbo to score first. Broncos 32 to 12 winners over the Titans. And the final game of the round is arguably the hardest game of the round to pick. One of them anyway. Sunday, 4 o'clock. Channel 9 game for the Warriors over in New Zealand, which is good to see. Warriors, Dolphins, Sunday, 4 o'clock. Dolphins are favourites in New Zealand. That's a rare sight to see. Dolphins, $1.80. Warriors, $2. Well done to the Warriors beating Penrith on Sunday. That was fantastic. As for the Dolphins, wouldn't say they were great against the Tigers, but they did enough, which was important. Just getting the 2 points, moving on. Tough game to call this. I think the Warriors are unchanged from last week, from memory. Freddie Lassie goes in the hooker for Wade Egan. Marana Niokore is back. That's a big in. He's on the bench. For the Dolphins, they seem to be unchanged from last week. What a game this is going to be. This will be a good game. Tough to call, but I'm actually going to go, you know what? Fuck it. That's it. You know what? This game will go to Golden Point. The Warriors will beat the Dolphins on Sunday afternoon in Golden Point. Warriors by 1, 19 points to 18. Field goal will be from Tamare Martin, and the Warriors will win by a point. First try scorer, I'm going to go a bit rough. I'm going to go Jackson Ford in the back row to score the first try. Warriors by 1. Should be a very, very good game, this. All right, so we'll go through the tips real quick, and then we'll wrap things up here. So, Dragons to beat the Bulldogs, 1-12. Cowboys to beat the West Tigers, 13+. Manly to beat Melbourne, 1-12. Roosters to beat the Raiders, 1-12. Panthers to beat the Sharks, 1-12. South Sydney to beat Parramatta, 1-12. Broncos to beat the Gold Coast, 13+. And the Warriors to win 1-12 in New Zealand. All right, guys. That is going to wrap up the round 12 tips for Indigenous round. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your tips in the comment section down below. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night. Good luck to your team. I'll be in Townsville on Friday for Cowboys and Tigers. Go you Cowboys. Match day vlog as well. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, everyone. See you in the next one. Go the Cowboys.